Okay, so today I want to show you my version of pizza burgers. Now I'm making these pizza burgers carb free, so I'm not going to put these on a bun. I'm actually going to just put them on a plate and saute some mushrooms and peppers on top. And you can do it that way, or you can go ahead and put it on a bun. It works fine either way, and you can top it with any sauteed vegetables you want. I'm just going to use mushrooms and peppers for that, but you don't even have to do that much. But the main ingredients, of course, are ground beef. I've chopped up some pepperoni, which I'm going to put in the ground beef. All this is going to get mixed together. I've got a couple tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley. I've got a good amount of fresh grated Parmesan cheese, and I've chopped up my pepperoni really small. And we're just gonna put all this in together. There's no real measurements. If you want more pepperoni, add more. If you want less, you know, add less. It's up to you. And all of this is going in. I've got about with 1.5 pounds of ground beef. So all that's going in together, and I'm also gonna mix in some pizza seasoning, probably about a tablespoon of that. I have to shut the camera off to get that in, but I'm going to ground all that up together and form the patties and get ready to pan fry one of them up. I'm going to make several patties, maybe 3 of these, and half pound each, and I'm going to take 2 of them and freeze them and fry one up today. So I'll be right back with all that. Okay, so I've made 3 patties, all about a half pound each, because this started out as 1.5 pounds of ground beef. And I made them actually rather big, and I wanted them kind of flat. If you were putting these on a sandwich, you probably wouldn't make them this big, since this is going to be the only meals, the meat and the vegetables for me. I made it a little bit bigger. And we're just going to pan fry these on medium high. And what we want to do is try to get you want to brown up the top and bottom pretty good. If you just steam it, it's not really as good, because I made it one both ways. And the crispier one kind of made the pepperoni inside a little crispy, and that really added a good flavor to it. So try to brown them up, crisp them up as much as you can here. And so when I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and place it on a pan with a rack. I don't have that out yet. We're going to put a little pizza sauce, which I just got warmed up. It's just jarred pizza sauce. We're going to put a dab of that right on top of the burger. We're going to throw some cheese on there, throw it up underneath the broiler to melt it. While that's melting, I'm going to saute up my vegetables. You see, I got a little salt and pepper on it already, and they're ready to go right into the pan once the patty comes out. So I'll be right back whenever this is done. This is going to take about 3.5 minutes on each side, 4 minutes. This one's kind of thick, so maybe a little bit longer. And I'll just peek inside and see how well it's doing. We don't want it all bloody and red. Definitely don't want it overcooked either. Okay, so it's been about 3.5 minutes. I'll show you. Kind of lifted it up to see how well it was browning. And that's what I'm talking about, a nice crispy edge there that gives it a really good flavor. So that's good just like that. Go ahead and flip it over, let it set for another 3.5 minutes till the bottom looks like the top. And then I've got my pan with a grate that I'm going to put it on. You don't have to do stuff. If you had a lid, you could just cover it and let the cheese melt that way. I don't have a lid for this pan. Plus, I like a little brown get the cheese to brown up a little bit in the toaster oven. So that's the way I'm going to do it. But just melting the cheese is really the object to putting it up underneath the broiler. And I'll be back when the other side is done. Alright, so brown on both sides, still a little soft in the middle, but no red juice coming through. So that's pretty good like that. Just transfer it to the pan. I microwaved this sauce. The last time I did it, tried to get it a little bit thicker. I pan fried it for a while. Tried to get some of the moisture out of it, just so it's not too runny. And I'm going to put it right to the edge. And I've got this 4-cheese pizzeria blend. The last one I used was fresh grated mozzarella, and a lot of it kind of fell off the side once it melted. So there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and just place this into the toaster oven on broil. Until that cheese melts. Meanwhile, I'm going to get rid of some of this grease and saute up some of those vegetables. Be right back for that. Alright, so I got rid of some of that grease, cleaned out the pan a little bit. I've already salted and peppered the vegetables. And all I'm going to do is I slice them kind of thin too. That way they don't really take that long to cook. Just enough to add some vegetables to the dish. And once that cheese is melted, these should be about ready. And we'll pour them right on when both of those are done. So I'll be right back for the finished product. Okay, that worked out a lot better. See how that cheese stayed on a little bit better. Like I said, fresh grated mozzarella. Most of it ran right off the sides, so that worked out pretty good. Took a little longer to melt, but that's okay. And there's the vegetables for the way I'm doing it. Again, if you do it this way, honestly, you will never miss the bun. It is quite good, just like that. But if you want that on a bun, a nice Italian Kaiser roller, something like that, I promise you it will make a good burger as well. So let's just cut into it. Still just about right. I don't even see any pink, but it's definitely not hard and dry, so that worked out pretty good. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. I really hope you give this a try, because this is really turns out a lot better than even I thought it was going to when I decided to make it. And of course, I've got my extras ready to go. I'm just gonna wrap them up, Ziploc bag them, and throw them in the freezer, so I won't have to go through all the trouble of making the patties later. So again, I hope you enjoy that. I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And thanks for watching.